Every year, fleets across the oceans haul in hundreds of thousands of tons of giant tuna, one of the most prized fish species on Earth. From the vast, cold Pacific to the bustling canneries of Southeast Asia and the US, these powerful predators travel a path of precision, caught, frozen, and processed under strict global standards. Each tuna, weighing hundreds of pounds, becomes part of a global chain that feeds millions, supplying households with affordable protein and sustaining coastal economies built on the ocean's bounty. So how do fishers and factories turn this deep-sea hunter into one of the world's most valuable seafood staples? Stay until the end as we uncover the entire process of tuna, from ocean to industry. In 2025, the United States is projected to import roughly 230,000 metric tons of canned and processed tuna, valued at more than $1.1 billion, solidifying its place among the world's leading seafood markets. But behind every can and fillet lies a complex network of labor, logistics, and environmental trade-offs, from overfishing concerns to the heavy carbon footprint of deep-sea freezing and global transport. As global demand for tuna continues to rise, the tension between economic growth and marine sustainability grows sharper. Should America continue expanding its tuna supply to meet consumer demand, or pioneer a new era of sustainable fishing that protects the ocean for generations to come? Across the world's oceans, fleets of industrial fishing vessels target massive schools of tuna. Using radar, sonar, and satellite data, crews locate migrating populations that move thousands of kilometers across open water. Each vessel can catch hundreds of tons in a single voyage. Every haul is timed with precision to maintain meat quality, as speed from catch to freezing defines commercial value in the tuna industry. Once located, massive purse-seine nets encircle the school, forming a wall of mesh up to 2 kilometers wide. Hydraulic winches draw the nets tight, concentrating thousands of fish in a single capture. Crews coordinate with spotter aircraft and drones to track movement and prevent escape. Every second counts as live tuna thrash against the surface. The moment efficiency and control determine the final yield. Captured tuna are hauled on board using mechanized cranes and conveyor chutes. Each fish can weigh from 40 to over 200 kilograms, requiring industrial-grade lifting systems. Workers remove bycatch, record data, and tag samples for traceability. Within minutes, fish are transferred to refrigerated seawater tanks or deep freeze holds maintained at -40 degrees Celsius, stopping decomposition instantly. Temperature monitoring systems ensure consistent freezing throughout the vessel. Core probes measure internal temperature to confirm preservation before long transport. Crews work in shifts around the clock, maintaining non-stop operations. Even at sea, every step follows international food safety standards, ensuring that billions of tuna retain their freshness for global export. After each catch, vessels relay coordinates and quantities to processing headquarters via satellite. Catch data, weight, and storage conditions are logged digitally for traceability and sustainability audits. With their holds full, ships head toward coastal processing ports, carrying thousands of frozen giants ready for unloading, sorting, and preparation in industrial tuna facilities. At the port, frozen tuna are hoisted from ship holds by heavy cranes and conveyor lifts. Each fish, solid and ice-cold, is weighed and logged for inspection. Workers in insulated gear guide the unloading process with precision, moving tons of frozen meat per hour. Digital tracking systems record every batch by size, species, and origin, ensuring full traceability from sea to factory floor. The frozen tuna are transferred into cold storage rooms kept below -25 degrees Celsius to maintain meat integrity. Here, quality control teams inspect for bruising, size, and fat content. Each fish is graded for its intended purpose: sashimi grade for export or canning grade for processing. Every detail, from color to core temperature, determines its market path and value. Before cutting, the tuna undergo partial thawing in controlled temperature chambers. This process softens the surface without compromising freshness. Workers monitor timing precisely. Too long and the flesh softens. Too short and the knives can't penetrate evenly. Automated sensors track ambient conditions to ensure uniform thawing across hundreds of tons of fish daily. Once thawed, tuna are moved to the cutting lines. Industrial band saws and blade systems remove heads, tails, and fins. Skilled butchers separate loins and sections with speed and accuracy. Conveyor systems carry offcuts and trimmings for byproduct use, minimizing waste. Each station operates under strict hygiene control and constant temperature regulation. The cleaned loins are washed in chilled water and checked by supervisors before moving to the next stage. Samples are tested for quality and moisture content, while defective sections are removed. The factory floor runs continuously, processing thousands of tuna daily with minimal downtime. From here, prepared loins enter the next critical phase: cooking and sterilization. Inside the processing plant, massive pressure cookers, called retorts, steam hundreds of tuna loins at once. Each batch is cooked at high temperatures to remove excess oils and ensure food safety. The process firms the meat, giving it the dense, flaky texture consumers recognize. Timers, steam gauges, and digital controls maintain precise heat levels across every ton of fish loaded daily. After cooking, tuna loins are cooled with chilled water sprays. Workers in protective gear transfer them onto sorting belts, where excess skin and bones are removed by hand and machine. Every loin is inspected visually to ensure consistency in color, smell, and firmness. This combination of manual precision and automation guarantees clean, safe, and uniform tuna meat ready for canning. Automated flakers then break large loins into smaller chunks or flakes, depending on product type. Cameras and sensors detect any remaining impurities, ejecting them from the line. The result is pure tuna flesh, prepared for packaging under sterile conditions. Every piece follows strict HACCP and FDA standards, ensuring the fish that started in the ocean remains safe on every table. The cleaned tuna passes through metal detectors and vacuum tunnels. These advanced safety systems identify even microscopic contaminants. Any rejected product is instantly diverted for review. Continuous monitoring ensures compliance with international food export standards. The level of inspection at this stage defines the factory's reputation and global trust in its brand. Finally, the sterilized tuna is conveyed into temperature-controlled filling rooms. Workers and robots synchronize to maintain speed and hygiene. Each line is sterilized every few hours, ensuring bacteria-free environments. The air, equipment, and packaging materials are constantly monitored. At this point, the tuna is pure, safe, and ready to meet its final form, sealed inside billions of cans. Freshly cooked tuna loins move through automated filling machines, portioned precisely by weight into sterilized cans. The process is lightning fast. Thousands of cans filled every minute. Operators monitor metal detectors and weight sensors to ensure every can meets strict export standards. This stage determines both product quality and yield efficiency. Nothing is wasted as excess meat is redirected for pet food or byproducts. Here, precision meets speed, sealing freshness in every container. Each filled can passes under high-pressure nozzles that inject oil, brine, or water, depending on the product specification. The liquid enhances flavor and extends shelf life while keeping the tuna's texture intact. Automated lid placers drop covers onto each can, sealing them perfectly before entering the seaming machine. Every seam is vacuum tested for leaks and consistency. This exact science ensures that the contents remain safe, sterile, and ready for global shipment. Sealed cans are loaded into massive retort chambers, industrial pressure cookers that heat them to over 120 degrees Celsius. Under intense steam and pressure, bacteria are destroyed, guaranteeing long-term preservation without refrigeration. Technicians closely monitor temperature and timing for every batch. The process mirrors centuries-old canning principles scaled to billions of units annually. Once cooled, each can emerges fully sterilized, ready for labeling and packaging. What began as raw fish is now shelf-stable food ready to travel the world. Automated conveyors transport the cooled cans toward labeling stations. Machines apply printed wraps that identify brand, weight, and origin, from Japan to the Philippines. High-speed scanners confirm alignment and accuracy, while printers mark date codes for traceability. Even minor misprints lead to immediate rejection. These labels turn plain metal cans into recognizable global products, trusted by millions of consumers. Every label tells a story of ocean harvests and factory precision behind one simple meal. Finally, robotic arms group cans into cartons, shrink-wrap them, and stack them on export pallets. Each package carries digital tracking codes for destination and batch control. From here, they'll head to ports, warehouses, and supermarkets across continents. Every can must survive shipping conditions, from tropical humidity to cold storage, without a single dent or leak. Billions of cans leave these factories yearly, each one carrying the taste of the sea to tables worldwide. From processing plants, containers loaded with tuna are sealed and trucked to major shipping ports. Cranes lift pallets into refrigerated cargo holds, keeping temperatures stable during transit. Each container is tracked through digital logistics systems linking factories, customs, and global retailers. Within weeks, these cans move across oceans, from Asia's coastlines to markets in the US, Europe, and the Middle East. Every shipment represents part of a billion-dollar trade network that feeds millions daily. Once unloaded at ports, distributors inspect, sample, and verify each batch for quality and labeling compliance. Regional warehouses then break down pallets into smaller shipments for local stores and wholesalers. Temperature and storage conditions are tightly regulated to maintain freshness. From port to shelf, every can's journey is digitally monitored to ensure traceability and safety. In global trade, reliability is as critical as flavor. Every delay, every dent, every label matters. Supermarkets stock shelves with precision, organizing by brand, size, and flavor. From olive oil to chili variants, the diversity reflects consumer demand across cultures. Shoppers grab these cans daily without a second thought about their complex origins. Marketing teams position tuna as a convenient source of protein, while chefs see it as a versatile ingredient. Whether tossed into salads or packed in lunchboxes, tuna remains one of the world's most accessible seafoods. Restaurants and food industries use bulky packed tuna for sandwiches, sushi, and instant meals. Industrial buyers depend on its long shelf life and consistent quality. Global fast food chains rely on the same canning standards that preserve freshness months after harvest. Each use, from a student's quick meal to a luxury dish, ties back to the same network of fishermen, engineers, and processors. What began as a deep-sea catch now fuels human life at every level. When the can is finally emptied, its aluminum body re-enters another cycle, collected, melted, and recycled into new products. Nothing in this process truly ends. From ocean to factory, from shelf to table, tuna connects economies and ecosystems. Billions of cans circulate through the world each year, feeding families, driving industries, and sustaining livelihoods. It's a global rhythm of harvest, heat, and hunger. The endless cycle of tuna from start to finish. If you've made it this far, you now know how billions of tuna travel from the deep ocean to your dinner table. Every can, every catch, every process, a story of precision, preservation, and people. So, if you enjoyed seeing how the world's food industries really work, drop a like, share this video with someone who eats tuna every week, and make sure to subscribe, because we're just getting started. Turn on the bell so you never miss what's made next. Up next, you sip it every morning, but you've probably never seen what it takes to make it. From green beans to roasted perfection, we'll uncover how trillions of coffee beans are roasted, packed, and shipped around the world, from farm to cup.